Hi guys, Kevin here, your Gallstone warrior. It has been 14 weeks to the day since my initial gallstone attack, gallbladder attack, when I was at work on February 8th. It's been a little while since I posted a video. I just wanted to say I am doing great. I feel fantastic, and everything is going beautifully. Now, I've lost about 35 pounds, which is more than I was never trying to lose weight. Because of my diet, and I'm very, very active. So, I've sacrificed a lot, and these are all good sacrifices. So, I've sacrificed alcohol and fast food and fried food and processed food. My diet, I call my diet, it's not just a temporary diet. This is just my lifestyle now. I call it my one ingredient plan. I don't eat anything that has more than one ingredient. So if I buy anything that's in a package, it should only have one ingredient. For example, quinoa should only have quinoa in the package. I do eat, free-range chicken, grass-fed beef, and I eat wild-caught salmon. Those are the three meats that I eat. I have incorporated cage-free eggs. So, and I have about at least 50 different plants in my diet. And plants include seeds and nuts as well. So walnuts and almonds and chia, flax seed, quinoa. That's a really nice healthy grain. And then spinach, beets, blueberries, turmeric. Like everything that I eat, every individual ingredient is considered a superfood. And it's all was to correct my gallbladder, my digestive health. And I really, really, really believe that I've have either solved that or on my way to solving it, because I'm not going to change what I eat anymore. I sold my car. I had a lease. It didn't mature until October 1st, but I set myself up with a good lease before I left Mazda, and I sold it to CarMax because the offer was just too good to be true. So I used that cash, and I've been putting cash aside to pay cash for another car, so I don't have a car payment anymore, and I'll get into that in a minute. Now I'm quickly approaching. Right now it's a Saturday, May 17th. Like I said, it's been 14 weeks. Soon I am going to go get another ultrasound and find out exactly what's going on inside, and see if there's been any of the gallstones have dissolved, because I've had zero pain, I've had zero discomfort. I feel amazing. My body, my digestive tract, everything is like clockwork. Everything is beautiful. So I'm anxious to go see how well I've done. And even if it's only been like 10 or 20% of, that's dissolved, fine with me, because I'm not changing and I feel great. So I ride my bike to work. It's about 6 miles there, about 6 miles back. And I have a very safe route most of the way there. And there's bike lanes, and I go right through UNLV campus, which is beautiful and relaxing. But it's that last 3/4 mile stretch between the UNLV campus and the Horseshoe Casino where I work that's just very daunting. And I don't have any bike lights on my bike because I've been saving every penny to buy a car. I don't have a bike lock, so if I go to the grocery store, I just gotta prop it up somewhere near the grocery carts and hope that no one takes it, and so far, no one has. And I love riding my bike. It's always been my number one passion. It's so nice to do the thing that I love. I do prefer riding for leisure than to ride on the city streets. I prefer to go to a place and just ride 100 miles if I feel like it without worrying about getting hit by a car. But everyone in Las Vegas, I assume, is either drunk or high. So leaving work at night and that 3/4 of a mile just to get back to the little safe area the rest of the way home, it's a very harrowing task. But I have a car that I've picked out a long time ago, and I'm, been dead set on getting that car. And I had a little financial hiccup recently, so I put off getting that car. I was supposed to get it this Monday on the 19th. I was going to fly up to Salt Lake City and drive it back. I was afraid they weren't going to wait any longer, because I convinced them to wait for me, because everybody wants that car. And I'm not going to say what it is until it's in my garage. But I need a car. I want a car. This whole bike riding thing is beautiful, but I'd rather ride for leisure than ride to work every day. So I'm ready to get a car. I found an alternative car, and now I'm having trouble deciding between the two. because I thought that they weren't going to hold that car any longer in Salt Lake City. So I found another beautiful, very special car. Both of them are very special, very unique cars. And I'm paying cash, and I'm done with car payments. So I have this weekend to decide what I want to do. And then hopefully I'll have a car in my garage soon. But I'm doing great. Life is good. I mean, I'm just going to stick with my what I eat and what I do. You know, I mean, I was shredded through so much weight. People were getting a little concerned, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this. And then, like, 2 different people were like, "Are you okay? Like, are you healthy?" That's that's a lot of weight for a guy my size to lose in 3 months. 35 pounds, something like that. But I redid all my landscaping at my house. I had to move a ton of rock, like about 1 ton actual weight of rocks by hand, and redid all my landscaping around the house. There's stones about the size of my palm, like river stones that were the decorative rock on top, and I had to move every single one of those by hand. And then I replaced all these plants and redid the irrigation and electric that runs out there. That took about a month. And I've just been blessed this year that the weather has been very agreeable because I've been on my bike and I've been outside landscaping. This is really important. For the first time in my life, I've had zero seasonal allergies, and I've been outside every single day. So I really believe that my change in diet eradicated my seasonal allergies, which were always just terrible. So like I said, I'm doing great. I know I look skinny by some people's definition, and I'm going to start doing some resistance training, maybe going to the gym and try to get cut up a little more. But I feel great. I sleep well. And like I said, like 50 different types of plants that I eat, and it's mostly organic. Grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, wild-caught salmon, free-range eggs. Those are the proteins. But everything from bananas, avocado, ginger, garlic, blueberries, beets. Every single ingredient is a superfood. And I really believe that our bodies want to heal. We just got to feed our bodies the right things. And I'm not changing. So even if I go and get an ultrasound and just a small amount of the gallstones are still there, they'll disappear eventually because I'm not going back to what I was doing before. Wanted to give you an update. I hope all is well. And remember, everybody, peace, love, and happiness. Cheers.